Imagine a country where women wore what they wanted, studied at top universities, danced to Western music, and lived freely. A country with booming oil wealth, close ties to the West, and a modern outlook. That country was Iran before Khomeini. But in 1979, everything changed. Radical Islamists hijacked the nation, crushed its freedom, and turned it into a prison. This is the story of Iran before Khomeini, and how a peaceful, modern nation was destroyed by a radical regime. Before 1979, Iran was ruled by Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, the last king of the Pahlavi dynasty. He wasn't perfect, but he wanted Iran to be modern, powerful, and free. The Shah led the White Revolution, a bold reform plan that gave women the right to vote, free education and healthcare, land to farmers, new industries, roads, schools, and jobs. Women wore jeans and skirts. They became doctors, engineers, judges. People could drink, dance, sing, party, and pray. No one forced them either way. Iran had freedom. It had pride. It was rising. Iran wasn't isolated. It was deeply connected to the world. It had strong relations with the West, especially the US, France, and the UK. Iranian students went to Harvard, Oxford, and Paris. The country exported oil and culture and imported ideas, science, fashion. Iran's economy was growing fast thanks to oil wealth and smart planning. It was on its way to becoming a modern Middle Eastern power. But not everyone was happy. Some religious extremists hated this modern Iran. Leading them was a radical cleric in exile, Ayatollah Khomeini. From Iraq and later France, he spread dangerous ideas that Western culture was evil, that women's freedom was a sin, that Islamic clerics should rule the country, that democracy is Islamic. In 1979, after months of protests and unrest, the Shah left Iran. Khomeini returned to massive crowds. And then, overnight, Iran fell. Once Khomeini took over, the nightmare began. Women were forced to wear hijab or face jail, lashes, or death. Morality police roamed the streets. Nightclubs, cinemas, and music were banned. People who spoke against the regime disappeared. Even schoolbooks were rewritten with radical Islamic content. Saying anything against Khomeini or Islam could get you tortured or killed. People lost the freedom to think, speak, dress, or even laugh. Freedom died. Fear took over. Khomeini's regime didn't just destroy Iran, it began to spread terror worldwide. Iran created and funded Hezbollah in Lebanon, supported militant Shia groups in Iraq, Syria, Yemen, called for the destruction of Israel, gave safe haven to extremists and assassins. A country that once led in science, culture, and peace, now led in radical terror. Iran before Khomeini was a nation full of life, light, and liberty. But radical Islam took that away by force, by fear, by blood. Today, young Iranians are rising again, risking their lives for freedom. The memory of the old Iran still lives in secret, in songs, in hope. Let Iran be free again. Let its people breathe. Never forget, what happened to Iran can happen anywhere, when radicals gain power and silence freedom. If this story moved you, share it. Let the world know what was lost and what must be reclaimed. Subscribe to VocabTales for real stories from history and geopolitics. Like, comment, and raise your voice while you still can.